If you're here in the US and other countries, how many billions they are taking into their hand to go for AI, we have really to push hard. So Namespace is meanwhile the group where EuroDNS is part of it. We are historically domain registration services. So we register domain name from the entire world, especially from Europe. And with EuroDNS, as the name says it, we do the DNS infrastructure out of Europe, and which is of course sovereign, and sovereign already since 2000, the year 2002, where we created it. So sovereign infrastructure exists already since many years. And the same goes for all the hosting that we provide and all the email addresses that we provide. We rely on OpenExchange, which is a German sovereign solution, also hosted in Europe. So actually, it's nice to see that the EU is doing a EU Act about an EU Chip Act and the Cloud Act. And now there is a D9+ initiative that came up from governments who want to procure and do public-private partnerships. So I'm very happy to hear all this and looking forward to work hand in hand with them, and the government finally come to European sovereign solutions. So in Namespace, what is exciting is actually what's happening in eBrand. eBrand is focused on cybersecurity, on online brand protection and digital risk protection. Large customers like car manufacturers, for instance, we detect for them everything that's counterfeit brakes or counterfeit actually airbags, and we are able to take them down. And it's actually a race about AI against AI. The outlaws, so the cyber criminals, they use AI to list all these fake products at a super speed. So we are talking about even thousands of listings per day in the dark web, on social media, on websites. And it's really crazy what's going on. And we have more and more of these large customers. We have, for instance, we are expanding very much in the US right now. It's the first time in 25 and 26 now. We have nearly half a dozen people in the US. We won customers like Take-Two with Grand Theft Auto, which is like one of the leaders in the online gaming. And we are able really to protect them about everything that's counterfeit website or products for them. So here we are super eager. We are really in the top 5 worldwide in this category of services, and we are so eager. We are expanding at super speed. So here I'm really thrilled about what we are doing and having a lot of fun doing so. So the challenges for Luxembourg to position itself also now with data centers, and especially in AI, and it's a challenge that nearly every country right now have, is actually the power that AI requires in these data centers, and really also to attract then businesses. But Luxembourg is doing quite good, because since 20 years now, LuxConnect is, I think, celebrating 20 years this year. They invested a lot in data centers and in good quality data centers, tier 4 data centers. And then thanks to LuxProvide now, they have also this Meduxina AI they're running. So at least they are really pushing forward for startups and companies to have access to AI. So Luxembourg is quite well positioned, but need to really put a lot more money and take more money in their hands to push much, much more. If you're here in the US and other countries, how many billions they are taking into their hand to go for AI, we have really to push hard. But I think that politicians are aware. Let's see where it leads. So cybersecurity, now data centers, the term everything goes around AI. So you can replace these words now by just going for AI, which is a level on top of it, which covers all this, and that is the name of the game for the future.